Hi family, I hope you are well. We'll see you again for a new video on your Barca Spotlight channel. Thank you to everyone who has already subscribed and to everyone who is subscribing to our channel. We debrief the Champions League semi-final match between FC Barcelona and Inter Milan. Barca draws twice in a thrilling semi-final. Inter took the lead thanks to goals from Thuram and Dumfries, but Lamine Yamal, Ferran and Raphinha responded. Barcelona will travel to Milan in exactly the same situation as they faced Atletico at the Metropolitano in the Copa del Rey. Barca find themselves in the European semi-finals again, after 6 years, against an opponent who had been openly favored by the referees in the last two meetings between the two teams. One day, Oligario's nastiness will have its revenge. Maybe it will now, maybe not. But Flick's team cannot be blamed for not giving up everything in this attempt. In a thrilling match, Barca drew twice and failed to beat a very effective Inter, but they travel to Milan in exactly the same situation they faced against Atletico in the Cup, with the result known to all. Not so bad. Two backheel goals from Thuram and Dumfries gave Inter the lead, but Lamine Yamal and Ferran equalized. Dumfries restored the Italians' lead and Raphinha equalized with a stunning goal. The Knights' trident didn't fail. The first leg of the semi-final was intense, with goals and moments of dominance for both teams, especially for Barca. Flick's Barca, after their tremendous effort last Saturday, Flick repeated his starting lineup and was slow to make his substitutions, dominated the first half but conceded a lot of goals. Lamine Yamal crossed his flank and hit the woodwork twice, once in each half. Christensen reappeared in the final stretch when Barca needed fresh legs, and the blow came with Koundé's injury. Barcelona had some brilliant minutes, even if they did a lot of damage with very little. Almost all of Inter's first three chances resulted in goals, including two from corners, in what is already one of the most important unfinished tasks for Flick's Barca. Despite the initial 0-2 lead, Barcelona dominated the first half. They equalized, and later, as they sought to complete the comeback, Inter took advantage of the Catalans' risks, notably through Dumfries, who was magnificent in his creation and finishing. A good start to the match for the Italian team, who surprised and put the game in front of Barcelona from the 31st second, the time it took to overcome Barca's pressure and surprise the Catalans on the wing, with Dumfries' run and subsequent cross. A first ball into the box was blocked by Koundé, but not the second, which was met with a backheel by Thuram. Barcelona responded with an unexpected setback, almost scoring before Inter's second effort. From a corner following a quick transition after a throw-in, DiMarco served, Acerbi cut back, and Dumfries finished, ahead of Pedri and Olmo. Inter were leading, with the goal-scorer in front of them, and Barcelona deserved much more as they chased Sommer's goal. The goal came, despite the score, and Lamine Yamal took the initiative. The huge gap acted as such. He took the ball, beat Mkhitaryan with a sharp feint, and adjusted the ball with his left foot to make it 1-2. Shortly after, he hit the post after also sending DiMarco to the bench. The two players watching Lamine Yamal already knew the young star firsthand. Olmo forced Sommer to show off by deflecting a sharp shot under him, and shortly after, Shark Ferran was on target after his two previous attempts. Led by Lamine Yamal, Barcelona exerted increasingly unbearable pressure on Inter, and Pedri launched one of his magic balls towards Raphinha, who immediately fed Ferran, whose shot, arriving in the perfect spot, was this time unstoppable. Koundé's injury, Lautaro also remained in the dressing room for the second half due to a muscle problem, was another blow to Flick's plans, as the previously indestructible French defender was one of Barca's key players. At the start of the second half, Araujo replaced Gerard Martin and Inigo moved to the left wing, as he had done in the final stretch of the Cup final, a Barca with 4 center-backs, something unusual. Despite the logical lack of automation, the invention brought solidity, even if the cutting ability was lost. Inter took another corner. Inigo, colossal in defensive actions, frustrated a lead by sending it into the corner, but the pass proved fatal. Çalhanoğlu sent the ball to the far post, where Dumfries beat Dani Olmo and headed the ball into the net. Barca's immediate response, also from a corner, was Olmo's surprising shot to Raphinha, who unleashed a shot that hit the crossbar, bounced off the goal, and went in. A superb goal to level the score before Ferran came on, looking to shake Barcelona between the lines. Barca returned to the fray with the introductions of Ferran and Gavi, who brought energy. Lamine Yamal sent another cross shot hitting the crossbar, but Inter were able to keep the score level. Barca lost Koundé to injury and Inter lost Lautaro. The French full-back, the hero of the Cup, had to leave the pitch before halftime due to muscle discomfort and could miss the return leg in Milan and the La Liga Clásico on May 11th. The Argentine felt pain in the back of his left thigh and was replaced by Iranian Mehdi Taremi after the break. Bad news for Hansi Flick and FC Barcelona against Inter Milan. Jules Koundé, the hero of the Copa del Rey final who scored the decisive goal to make it 3-2 in extra time, had to leave the field 5 minutes before the end of the break. The French full-back, who has played all but one of Barcelona's games this season, felt muscle discomfort and fell to the ground. Immediately, Dr. Ricard Pruna looked at the bench and signaled the substitution. After undergoing an examination, the French fullback will miss next Tuesday's return leg against Inter Milan at the Giuseppe Meazza Stadium, and his presence is also threatened for next Sunday's La Liga Clásico, the 11th, at Montjuic, where the championship could be decided. Flick decided to bring on Eric Garcia in his place in the 41st minute. Although his natural position is center-back and he also performs well as a midfielder, the Martorell native is also no stranger to the right-back role, a position in which Flick has already played him on occasion. Barca weren't alone in their injury woes. Lautaro Martinez felt pain in the back of his left thigh at the end of the first half. The Argentine grimaced, was initially assisted, and played the final 3 minutes of the first half, but didn't return to the pitch after the break and was eventually replaced by Iranian Mehdi Taremi. Flick decided to bring on Eric Garcia in his place in the 41st minute. Although his natural position is center-back and he also performs well as a midfielder, the Martorell native is also no stranger to the right-back role, a position in which Flick has already played him on occasion. Barca weren't alone in their injury woes. Lautaro Martinez felt pain in the back of his left thigh at the end of the first half. The Argentine grimaced, was initially assisted, and played the final 3 minutes of the first half, but didn't return to the pitch after the break and was eventually replaced by Iranian Mehdi Taremi. A thrilling match between Barca and Inter at the Estadi Olympique de Montjuic in the first leg of the 2024-2025 Champions League semifinals. The score climbed 6 times, and Barca, after managing to equalize at 3, gritted their teeth to leave with at least a 1-goal lead. But Inzaghi's men resisted the final Blaugrana assault, and left Barcelona with a draw that looks very valuable, giving them a certain advantage by having the return leg on their home turf. But this Barca has magic and is unpredictable. And if Flick's men have one thing going for them, it's that they never give up, and any of their stars can cause problems at any moment. So, all bets are off. The answer will be given next Tuesday, May 6th, starting at 9 p.m. The Giuseppe Meazza Stadium will be dressed to welcome the Flick team. Thank you for watching the video until the end. Thanks also to those who will take 2 seconds to like the video. Tell me what you think of the situation in the comment. Give us your opinions in the comment space. Share the video if you haven't already. Thanks again, good luck and see you soon for a new video.